Hi, welcome to episode 49 of GrandLine Grinders Podcast. This week it's a short podcast. This members this week. RePreach has something going on, so just gonna be me and favorite Anime Villian. So today, of course, we're gonna talk about a little bit about the new spoilers that came out. We got a lot of SRs, so actually some playable stuff. So we're gonna talk about that, and of course, like always, talk about kind of how the meta's looking right now. How you doing this week?
Just another day, another dollar. Same shit, different day.
Another
Ooh.
dollar. So the meta, not too much has changed. And Yellow now, I think it was here last week, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure.
No, Teach was here last week.
True. So Yellow now representing. Um, so are you excited about Enel being on the board or?
I mean, I don't really care about the power rankings in relevance to what I'm doing. I think people are seeing that people like Mary TCG and JCM are running Yellow and L again, and people are like picking it up to test it. It's still like kind of rough into the meta though. It's good into like Purple and L, and then like it feels okay into Nami, but it feels really really bad into Ace and Lucy.
I mean, according to the data, it looks like it's better into Lucy and Ace than it is
No?
Nami. Not by
In
much though. It's like 4%. So it's not like it's,
in my testing, it's really really hard to play around multiple blockers, whereas just like scaling your characters up to swing 7k each turn is a little easier. But there's not a whole lot you can do when Lucy sticks multiple Sabo blockers.
yeah, or Ace chains multiple white beards.
Like the only thing you can really do to remove those is like Rygo, but that's eating through your entire turn.
Yeah, except your 10 Dawn turn, I guess you could ride go. I don't. What would be a good 4 drop usually for that deck?
Zoro to
Yeah, to
heal.
gain a life. Yeah, heal one. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But like if you're not following up their first Lucy or their first Newgate with a Rygo, you're falling super behind.
Yeah, and neither one of those decks really put a lot of pressure, so they're not really burning your life either. So Raigo's more
Mm-hmm.
likely going to be you're going to be trashing a life probably, just casting it. So when you need to,
Yep.
so that's probably a little bit of a feel bad. Um, yeah, besides that, like everything else is kind of staying the same. Like there's not a lot of movement. Nami still, you know, probably has the highest win rate with Ace being second, and then E and Nell. But this meta, I don't think it's a bad meta by any means. It's not enjoyable to me. It's just I've had better. If that makes
I
sense.
think Nami is a super boring brain dead deck that's not fun to play or to play against. But
But
overall, like I don't dread the meta in the way that I did like OP13, but some decks are not fun to play into
yeah,
for sure.
because yeah, 13 was definitely a unique one, right? Because I found Zora to be like a brain dead deck at the same
It
juncture.
was.
So
It
like
was.
that was pretty bad, and Eamon was pretty bad. So like the only thing you look forward to is facing Ace. I don't know if that's really something you should look forward to.
No, no, exactly. Like it was just the least evil of the three, or like the least annoying to play into. But still, like the least annoying to play into, still annoying to play into though.
And people always like to bring up 11, or is it 12? I think it's 11.
When we had like Luffy with Big Mom Katakuri.
Yeah, against basically Bella Betty.
Yeah, that was super not fun as well. Um, Also a pretty bad meta, TBH.
Yeah, but honestly, I think because we said we addressed this before. I think that they're at the point where those could just come off. Maybe not Big Mom, but maybe the other one at least.
I didn't really think Katakuri should have ever I didn't think Katakuri was that big of a deal in Luffy. I don't think Luffy should ever have access to Big Mom, though. Like, I don't think it should be able to heal. I think that's like the one penalty to being a 6 life leader or a 6K leader. You shouldn't have access to extending the game longer.
I guess unless you're the worst of the Luffys, then you get access to it.
Yeah, I think that's more just by the fact that people forget about that. Like that deck has such a weird like leader skill that doesn't really abuse anything. It's too slow to really snowball the way UP did.
Yeah.
So I guess yes, outside of red purple Luffy, I don't think 6K leaders should have access to Big Mom. Technically, I don't think red purple Luffy should have access to Big Mom. I just don't think the deck functions quick enough for it to be like that good.
Yeah, I mean, what makes blue purple Luffy so potent is Sanji. Just being able to play 2 9-drops for 9 Dawn is just
absolutely
was kind of where it was. The only way I think Big Mom can come off of that pair ban is you would have to put Sanji on the pair ban.
Like maybe pair ban Sanji Big Mom. But
deck.
Like obviously there are certain times in the game where you see a leader and you know that they specifically built that leader to be played around a certain card.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely wanted to make it where Sanji was a playable card in that deck.
Yeah,
because it really was not seeing much play outside of that. Like
it was only ran in Marco.
It never really got to abuse it that much.
No, it was just a really strong top end play. It wasn't even something that was abused. It wasn't over powerful in Marco. It was giving a deck that was like okay, a strong top end play. It wasn't even like an overwhelming top end play. It was like Sanji into Rayleigh to control the board a little bit.
You can't remember what set was that from? That was what, 7?
6. The Sanji. 6.
So 6 would have been what leader that would have been made for? That wasn't Reiju. That was 5, I think, right?
No, Reiju was in 6. Reiju was the blue purple. I don't know off the top of my head. Technically, I think it was supposed to be put into the Sanji like starter deck. Zoro Sanji starter deck.
Oh yeah. That definitely would have been out at the time
period.
Interesting.
Even though it doesn't like mesh well into that deck either.
Yeah,
I think more so they were just making powerful secret rares and they gave Zoro a secret rare and the set was Wings of the Captain.
Yeah, so it makes sense that we have to give a push Sanji.
Like I don't think either of those really meshed into the decks that they were
from the set they were in.
Yeah, because green was like Perona that set, and you weren't really running Zoro and Perona because you had Moria at the time. Yeah. And then I don't even remember what the blue leader was. I know it was Reiju, but I think there was a mono blue. Maybe there wasn't.
We could look.
Nope, it was just Reiju.
Yeah.
And you definitely were not playing Sanji and Reiju. You were never going like Sanji into Judge, into your Gamma bullshit.
Yeah, this set looks very weird in the context of blue. Like you have random Tashigis, your Navy cards you see playing Kuzan
They weren't technically random. They were support for Sakazuki from OPO5.
Yeah, I figured they were there for that. But
there's a lot of them. Like normally we just get like 1 or 2 cards for support, but there were like
quite a bit.
5 or 6, maybe more. Ew, I forgot that we got fucking pudding in OPO6. gross ass card.
Oh yeah.
Keep
Like,
it banned.
it's a very weird context for blue, like because the purple was most of the Reiju support, so blue is not even really related to any leader at all in the set.
No, it was literally like Navy and then a couple other support cards for other decks. Like OPO3 Nami technically got a support card. It got like a Zeph that milled cards.
Yeah, Zeph is up here. Yeah, very interesting. Like this seems like a very weird to go about it. Very weird way to go about it. Yeah. Okay. Um, that was interesting. um, so yeah, so it was. I definitely think they that would be a good way to go about it. I think going forward, instead of banning Linlin to, Luffy, they should pair ban Sanji and Linlin. So you could put Linlin in your deck, but you're not going to get access to Sanji.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think Luffy. I still am solidly on the side of the fence where Luffy does not have 9-cost Linlin.
I mean, so what is she doing in today's meta? Like, I guess
Healing a life.
she heals a life. I guess she does remove 5 cost. No, she
6
doesn't even
cost.
do that. She doesn't do that because the leader ability just takes a life. So who's she removing? Nobody.
What are you talking about? She just removes a 6-cost optionally.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just like, what impact does that? I'm trying to think what impact that mode has on this meta.
That's just like a benefit. It doesn't matter if it has impact. It's the fact that she's a 9k body that heals.
Yeah.
In a
So
leader that gets to tend on hyper aggressively and is a 6k leader. Which, like, the one caveat of being a 6k leader is usually that you have 4 life or 3 life. So every turn past like initially having 3 life is insane because you're generating more value in the game just existing.
Yeah, but so the caveat there with that though is if you look at the actual the alternative right now is what Roger. So in reality, you kind of are taking a hit or two, so it's kind of like gaining a couple life because you're taking 2 less hits by becoming an 8k lead. That turn.
I mean, not if your opponent is also scaling characters in the same direction.
Yeah. If Nami is with all the Robins and Ace with the Zoros, and then Sabos.
And then an L with 6-cost 10Ks.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. It's quite harder to get in with the other things, though. But
Not necessarily. I mean, like, maybe with your rogue shit, but like even green red Luffy plays out a bunch of 7k bodies.
yeah, Sanji, Luffy, Usopp wouldn't really get in there because it's not big. It's not going to be
Like there are gonna be decks that are less good into it, and there are gonna be decks that are better into it. That doesn't mean that it isn't an issue. Like, just because it's not as strong as it was doesn't mean that it isn't an absurd combination to get a deck.
I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just like in the context thing. Sometimes it's better, and sometimes it's worse. Like if you play Linlin into Emu, then it's just way worse than getting a plus 2k to your lead.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Emu already struggles a little bit into Luffy, doesn't it? Or does Emu kill Luffy? I don't remember.
It's been so long, and we haven't really seen. I don't think I've seen the matchup spread with them both in it.
I think Emu specifically kills Blue Purple just because they don't run a lot of 2Ks. And once you hit late game, you're swinging 7s.
Yeah, it makes sense. So your leader always swings 6 into a 5. Eventually, it's going to stack up to where you're going to run into 2Ks. and potential counter because you have to go 1K 1K.
Well, no, what I'm saying is Luffy is probably bad into Emu because Emu just develops blockers and then starts swinging sevens. And Luffy doesn't run a lot of 2Ks.
Yeah, most of his 2Ks are events.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nora Beam Sword and stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't run a lot of non-counter 2Ks.
Yeah, it's basically like a Nell before a Nell. Kind of like event focused deck. Kind of sad that that's not really a thing anymore, but at least, I mean, I'm talking about Luffy as a whole.
Luffy was never like event focused. It ran a lot of events, but it wasn't event focused.
I mean, the builds now have Rosie, the 5-drop Rosante to restand to Dawn.
That's also just to help out evening like bricks because you run so many events.
Yeah, and
Like,
you really want to leave up a Gum Giant plus a
yeah,
Nora Beam
slow
Sword.
beam, Gum Giant, the gear second.
Yeah.
You're also running like fuck it's delicious sometimes, which is just dead after like turn 3.
It's the die for?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those cards that like you have to play it on your second or third turn. Otherwise, it just kind of becomes a nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a
So,
Gum Giant pitchfork.
yeah, literally just a pitch for Gum Giant, or in the hypothetical world of like having 9-cost Lidlin, it's a pitch for that. It's just a discard, basically.
Yeah. So overall, you have anything else you want to talk about regarding how you like in the meta?
Nah, not really. The meta's fine. Could be better, could be significantly worse.
So have you ever tried any of the Chinwan Z cups?
I've never played in one now.
Um,
Isn't it Chinoizi?
Chinwan Z? I don't know. I am asking me how to pronounce something is not ideal. Chinoizi? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced, but I also am really bad with pronunciation, so.
Okay, then maybe we should just ban this podcast because too bad people with vocab is not good. I'm kidding. Interesting to see Lim here. Kind of curious about that one. Like, you think Lim has a shot today?
I think Lim does really, really, really bad into Nami. I think it's also probably not great into Enel.
Yeah, because it basically floods the board with 6K bodies.
Very easy to remove 6K bodies in Enel.
Yeah, their only source of protection is this one. In my $10 budget version, like I wonder if they should be playing Nola. Nola seems so decent.
I mean, you could just run Laboon instead, but
You
yeah.
could, yes. I guess it depends if you want to rest something or Return to Dawn. Either way, yeah, I think they should be playing one of those two.
Even if you're not KO removing the 6 costs, they're just very easy to deal with. They're event fodder.
Yeah, I mean, they're also just 2K counters, which is not terrible either. Or it could protect your Doflamingos or your whatever, because I mean everything but this Shanks is under 7. So I mean, I guess Apu is mainly for Enel and the Rebecca's.
Well, it's also just to have a 1-cost play. They don't even have the 1-cost Lim. That's crazy. Okay, yes, they do. Never mind.
Yeah, she's first. Yeah. That makes sense too. Like, I know it's mainly in there because I've seen it played against me on Enel, that they just play
No,
it?
like it's good for NL, but they've been running Scratchman Apu for a long time.
Guess I should have put that in my list. I think that's basically the slot here. I played the Nola.
Like it's been in the list since like OP10. It's literally just sometimes because you need multiple bodies on the field.
I know I've seen some people used to play the Buena Vista before.
Yeah, some people were running Buena Vista. Some people were also running the Orochi that searched out like the Smile Fruit card.
That's nice memes.
It was like fine at the time.
But yeah, there's nothing really ever like spicy in any of these tournaments because I mean, it makes sense though because I mean, what are you expecting to find in these? I mean, it's always gonna be the same top tier decks, like making the top. But we got new cars to talk about. We finally have the engine. Look at us go. Okay, so we haven't really got anything other than Marco for White Ace. So it's a 6-drop AK. If one of your characters would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, to make KO this character instead. Once per on KO, you could trash one character with the 8,000 power from your hand, and then bring this card right back.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid card.
Yeah, I can't remember what other deck. I've seen some other people talking about this card, not just for Ace, but other decks too. I'm
not sure.
I can't remember what the other one was, but it would have to be something in relation to purple because I'm usually in the purple discords.
I don't even know like what other decks hyper run 8K bodies because it's another one of those effects that are locked into a specific power.
Yeah, it is one of those weird situations. I mean, how many 8K bodies you can even put in your deck, let alone make it?
Like obviously OP16 Ace is a little bit like special in the sense that they're building it specifically to work with 8K power characters, but outside of that, there aren't a lot of natural like 8K powers that are run.
Yeah, the only one would be Katakuri, but that's doesn't really see a lot of play anymore.
And then it's like also you're thinking you were maybe in like a purple Discord when it was being talked about. That'd be like red purple Luffy, which would specifically be like Katakuri, I guess. Unless people were like talking about running more of the 8K body engine in a different deck. I don't know. I've seen people like asking about running it in Marco, but I don't know how good that would be. I don't know how good the 8K body engine is going to be outside of OP16.
Yeah, I'm worried this deck. I think this deck. I guess we'll have to see, but I'm worried about this deck might be like a small flash in time style deck where it's like okay during one meta and then it's gonna be gone.
It's unfortunately how a lot of decks are in this game a lot of the time. I low-key worry about that with like meta decks sometimes.
Yeah, unless it's like okay, I know this deck is extremely powerful, like Nell, where I'm like the only thing I have to worry about in Nell is I highly doubt they would ever print more vassal support for it because it is so strong.
I think we get like another event for sure. Maybe in 16 even.
That's fair. Like kind of like how what they did with Rayleigh, they gave another event at some point. So
also it kind of seems like they're trying to make cards that counter Enel. Like Black Yellow Teach as a deck seems like it should play really well into Purple Enel. It's because it has a lot of really punishing cards.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that in the set at the very bottom. That deck looks pretty decent, to be honest.
Kind of broken. I'm not stoked about it.
Okay, so for green, I think we just got Boa Hancock.
Yeah.
So,
We got the Luffy that's next to it too.
Yeah, I think, did we talk about Mr. 2?
I don't think so. That might be a new one as well.
So Boa Hancock, like all Boa Hancocks, has the on play to one of your opponent's characters, other than Luffy, can't be rested until the end of your opponent's next end phase. I guess it's better, right? Because it's rested. Most of the other ones say can't attack. So she's slightly better.
Annoyingly better. That means blockers can't block either. Or like theoretically 8-cost kid couldn't get rested to have his like honing effect.
Yeah, so what do you think about her? I mean, she's a 7-9. That's a fine stat line, I think.
Yeah, I think this card's really strong. I think it might just end up being like a 9k body after play, but it's interesting that it has unblockable. It makes me wonder if they're expecting a lot of blockers in this format, because like we're not really in a format that sits behind a lot of blockers at the moment. Like a couple decks do. I guess that's not true, but like Nami doesn't necessarily give a shit about blockers. Like Borsellino is a blocker, and so is 10-cost Newgate, but like they're gonna win through Thriller Bark bullshit and healing more than like, ooh, you can't get through my blockers.
Do you think this was made specifically to counter Ace?
Because
that's like the main Pillow Fort deck. I'll sit behind my Marcos and wait.
But like this isn't like Roger. It's not a situation where nothing can be blocked. It's just this specific card, which it's like not that hard to get out of a 9k swing in Ace.
I mean, yeah, but next turn, I mean, I guess if you're going for lethal, you're going to be going for what, 19?
Yeah, if you have the Ace player down to 0 life.
Yeah.
Which is possible for sure, but
still, I mean, you probably would swing 10s into Ace, because I mean, then you're guaranteed 2 2Ks and 1.
If you have the available Dawn to do so, sure, you swing 10s in.
I think with this deck you will, right? Because Luffy just restands the 2, so like it kind of works in quite well. But
what do you mean it works quite well? Look at the power line of all of the other characters.
I mean, they're less to be desired. I mean, then again, I guess a lot of them require Dawn on them, so
most of them require Dawn, and most of them are under a 5k stat line to begin with. Ace is a 6k stat line, so like, tell me which of these bodies you're actively going to be swinging 10k with. The Boa?
Yeah.
The Mr. 2, maybe? Like the blue one?
Oh.
Because like the Luffy, the 1-cost Luffy, that ain't it, chat. This takes so much to get like additional power.
Yeah, so best case scenario, he's what, a 1 Dawn attached, and he's a 6.
Yes. Best case scenario, he is a 6k.
For 1 Dawn.
For 1 Dawn. 5 from the characters on board, and then 1 from the Dawn that's attached. Best case scenario.
I mean,
it's fine though, because he's a searcher.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on, is that worse or better than it being a traditional, 2K searcher, 2K attacker?
I think probably worse. I think it's very niche.
Because it's like weird, because the 2K searchers are better in NL, right? Because you could literally not devote any Dawn and swing at the 2s.
Yep.
You can't really do that with this. You have to take basically a Dawn tempo off for that to work.
I mean, you are playing mostly weenies in this deck. Like,
Yeah.
I think outside of the 7-cost BOA, the highest cost character that has been revealed is the Prisoner of Impel Down, the 6th-cost.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure if you're going to be playing that in his deck. That's more of a buggy deck, I think.
I don't see why you wouldn't run it in both. It's a 6/6 2K counter.
Yeah, but I mean, he actually
There's no
rewards
reason
you.
not to. Also, like, any of the blue support that you run in Buggy, you can absolutely run in Luffy.
I mean, you can, but I'm saying I just don't know if you will. Because, I mean, this one actually rewards you by, one Dawn on lead. You just get to cheat it down.
Right, but think about the fact that you're struggling for characters that have good base power. Look at any of the green base power characters. They're all very underwhelming.
Yeah, your best ones come from the starter deck, which, I mean, I guess. I mean, it is an Impel Down Luffy from the starter deck, which is arguably your best character in your deck.
The 5-cost or the 4-cost that like rests a Dawn and rests something.
Rest a blocker when he attacks.
Yeah.
I mean, you could rest a Dawn and give it Rush. That's arguably your best Impel Down card.
I mean, it's definitely one of the top two because the BOA is also Impel Down.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious. What do you think this? I think BOA's going to show up in something other than Luffy.
I mean, maybe.
She has 7 Wards of the Sea. I don't know if that's actually going to matter, but
it's just like a playable 7/9 that stuns something for a turn. It's not bad.
And then we have Mr. 2. 4-drop, 1k attack, 1k counter. On play, you may rest 1 4-cost character or less. When attacking, its base power becomes the same as your opponent's leader's power during this turn.
This card's not bad. It attacks neutral, which is cool, or neutral plus Dawn. It's just another Bond Clay copying power.
Yeah, it is a little sad, though, that every single Bond Clay is just, like, great offensively, but my gosh, does it die to every single thing, including Searchers.
Yep.
It even dies to these guys.
Yep.
It's like, come on, man. Bond Clay is supposed to be the 3rd best character in, or the 4th, arguably the best, strongest person in Baroque works.
I mean, I guess by number, sure.
I mean, because you'd be Croc, Miss All Sunday, and then 1, and then him, probably.
I don't know if, like, rank in Baroque work also 1-to-1 directly relates to power, but yeah, I get what you mean.
It's just like, why is he always bad on defense? Like,
I mean, don't tie lore into a piece of cardboard.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, every time I've seen, I guess, no, he's had 4-drop 5k bodies before. He has had that, so he's not always just like.
I mean, the black one from 14 literally morphs into another character.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like wondering, like, why so many of them are so low statted, but
because their ability is insane.
Yeah, just copying a base power.
I mean, copying the leader's base power isn't that crazy, or like copying the leader's power isn't that crazy, but like the purple Bond Clay is an insane card. The fact that it just copies anything on the board.
Yeah, that Whitebeard.
Yeah.
Card. And next, we've not talked about Doflamingo yet.
No, I don't think so.
So you could rest this character if your opponent has 8 or more cards in hand. Your opponent places 2 cards from their hand to the bottom of their deck in any order.
It's fine.
It's a serviceable card for Buggy.
Oh, it's really, really good specifically for Buggy for the same reason that the 3-cost Ace is really good for Buggy. It becomes a card that your opponent has to like remove. Otherwise, you just generate the value off of it every turn.
Yeah.
But if they do remove it, then you get to play a Prisoner of Impel Down.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff. Next is Buggy. 5-drop.
Yeah. This card's fucking insane. It's so good.
So they actually printed a good Bucky card.
This card is crazy good.
Sadly, he's not a the other type too, so it would work in Buggy, the old Buggy, but I guess that doesn't matter. If you're on play, if your leader has the impelled down type, so it's not cross scales or sport anyways. Draw one card, play up to one prisoner of impelled down from your hand. So it's a 5-drop that cheats down to 6-drop.
Yep.
And then once per turn, this effect to be activated when your opponent attacks. Up to one of your prisoner of impel down gains a blocker this turn.
Pretty fucking good. Pretty good card. Not really good for blue Buggy, like this Buggy, but also super duper playable in Luffy. There's no reason you wouldn't also run this.
Yeah, the one thing we have not talked about is these new support cards in conjunction with Hannibal. And that's a leader I'm going to be trying.
I don't,
especially these 2-drops. These 2-drops, I think, doesn't he return to 2-drop? You draw a card.
He does to ramp. Yeah, he doesn't draw a card. He ramps.
Yeah, return. You get to swing with Mr. Bon Clay, then you return it, so that way you protect it, and then you ramp, and then you can play him again. So you basically it's not arrested.
Well, you play him again on the next turn, which then it's like you could just play a different body on the next turn that generates better value. Because Hannibal he returns it at the end of the turn.
Yeah, the trigger. Okay, yeah. So I figured that's what you were saying, that after you said it, the trigger is the instep trigger.
What?
The instep, on the instep, there's a trigger that basically says return 1 to ramp.
Yeah, that's Hannibal.
Mm-hmm.
That's his leader effect.
And of course, you have this one, which also kind of works with Hannibal too, if you really wanted to. Return one of your characters with a cost 2 or more, draw 2, trash 1.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like a bunch of playable cards in Hannibal, but they don't really like coincide with what the leader is trying to do. They're not really that good of payoffs comparatively to like what we have already.
Yeah, he would be a little bit different because he probably would be playing like 8-drop or the 6-drop old impel down stuff. This version.
Yeah, like you lost a lot of like the good Mino cards. Like we only have Mino Chihuahua now, the Rush one. For the Mino purple cards. We don't really have any purple impel down cards anymore. We have like 4. It's real unfortunate. So like you do technically have more okay targets for the deck to bounce, but you don't have better payoff on the top end.
Yeah, because basically now it's like what? You pay 2, draw 1 card, it gets returned to ramp. So it's like you paid 2 to ramp and draw a card.
Yeah, but like that's not helping your late game payoff is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like you're diluting the card pool with it's 2 or higher as well. It's not just a 2 cost.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean I know it's 2 or higher, but I was like, you probably will be returning one of these 2 because it replaces itself immediately.
Yeah,
it doesn't cost that much time to recast them.
Or
this
like
one you probably won't because it's not a counter. This one at least is a 1K counter.
The 3 cost ace maybe as well.
Oh yeah, you could play this, rest it, return it, ramp.
But you would probably just want to leave it out more than returning it to hand because it's
basically pseudo blocker.
Yeah, it's basically a blocker.
And sadly, we have not gotten a single card for purple. Like,
nah, we really haven't.
I don't know why they've delayed the purple, but makes me kind of sad.
I mean, the same reason we've barely gotten any Yamato support announced.
And we got quite a bit of Yamato lately, though.
We got like
2 SRs.
We have like 5 cards total.
Fair.
We like finally have the same number of cards for Yamato that we have for every other leader and that we've had for every other leader since like 4 days after it was announced.
Yeah, so we got 2 SRs this
Yep.
week. We have Kinemon, which is basically a 4-drop 6K.
He's just a Zoro-Jiro for
except it
land
trashes
Wano.
them instead of puts them in to the bottom. I think he looks. Is it both look 5? I think so.
Yeah.
So it's pretty reasonable of a card. We've already talked about Odin.
It's mediocre. It's not what the deck needed. Like I guess like in a sense the deck did need it because the deck needs to find 6-cost Yamato or it flails because they refuse to give other like animation cards.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to give us a second 6 cost or not, but
We kind of we need another card that brings something back from the trash.
did we talk about Odin? Basically, you could play trash 1 cost with 8 or more than draw.
This is just Nico Robin 1 cost or 2 cost, whatever. I think it's 1 cost.
Yep.
It's just a 5-cost blocker version of the Nico Robin.
And
it's fine.
Then we got the namesake card, the 6-drop.
We got 8 cost, one of the 8 costs as well. Yeah, that one.
So 8-drop, 8K, no counter on play. You could return 1 land of Wano type character with a cost 6 or less from your trash to your hand. Then you could play 1 character with a cost of 2 or less from your hand.
We haven't even gotten a 2-cost like Black Wano character yet, so we'll probably get one. Those are 1 costs.
It's 2 or less.
No shit.
Okay,
but why did they give it a 2-cost ceiling?
Yeah.
If there's no 2-cost.
Yeah. I just don't like. My biggest issue is why couldn't this play the 2 cost from trash?
I agree with that.
Why couldn't you get a 6-drop, put it to your hand, and then get a 2-drop, put it on the board? Like it's no different than. It's slightly. I mean, but you're paying 3 more Dawn, of course, than PB.
Because
Pirate Docking 6.
If you play a 2-cost from trash, it also has Rush, and you can stuff Dawn underneath it to swing. I don't know.
Yeah, you pay 8, so you have 2 Dawn to put on your little 2-drop.
Well, no. Realistically, through the mechanics that
you're right. Because
you play it off of the 6 cost.
Yeah, so you have 4 Dawn, you put on your 2-drop and swing.
And then you're like swinging 7 potentially.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I think they should.
It's not overpowered, dude. It's not overpowered at all. It should play from the trash. It sucks that it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, what's so bad about getting back my girl Nico Robin and wanting to go ham with her, man?
Like literally, even just being able to swing it into a chump body, like one of Enel's 2K powers.
That's not a bad. That's a pretty good line, right? You play this, you get play Robin from trash, discard a card, draw 2, swing this into an Ohm, and then you're like, okay, that's okay. But no, you can't do that. Bandai says no.
The best card that we've gotten leaked for the deck is definitely the 6 cost.
Yeah, on play, draw 1, trash 1. Not bad.
Mediocre. Should just be draw a card, but anyway.
I mean, she wants to set up her own stuff, though. So
then draw 2, trash 1.
Fair. He's getting a little greedy, but
we're 16 sets into the game, my guy. There's a 5-cost blue Yamato that on play puts a Dawn on your leader and draws 2 cards. But this couldn't have gone hand neutral.
Fair. I mean, I do understand their point. I mean, I guess blue's supposed to draw outright draw, the best kind of draw, but these other ones are supposed to be, I would assume, be supplementary to that. Have worse versions.
This would essentially be a slightly worse version, or like separate but equal version of the 5-cost queen from starter deck 4, my guy.
I mean, maybe they were just worried how strong this actually is in conjunction with the unblockable Yamato, where it basically is I don't know. I don't know the reasoning.
Going draw 2, trash 1 doesn't make it insanely broken comparatively to draw 1, trash 1. I'm just concerned with hand advantage for the deck is all I'm getting at.
Fair.
Especially in a deck where you are obviously needing to find this specific piece. There's no reason there couldn't have been a little bit more draw to it.
Fair. Or at least give something else that kind of power, like make her draw 3. That'd be kind of busted. But you could have made Odin draw 3.
Yeah,
that would have been I think
sure could have,
but they didn't. Classic.
Sure could have.
But yeah, so she has the activate main where you can trash her and play a black Yamato character with a cost of 8 or from your trash.
Yeah, so the move that's being talked about right now is playing this out while you already have the 5-cost Hakuba from OPO5 in play. You play this, you trash it off for the unblockable Yamato, you swing 8k unblockable, you swing with the Hakuba, you pop the Yamato 8 cost, it plays the 6 cost back out, then you get to swing with the 6 cost, and then you pop the 6 cost again to bring out one of the other Yamatos.
Yeah, with Rush.
Mm-hmm. So you get like the swing off of Hakuba, who is 1 Dawn attached to 7k, because you have to have a Dawn attached for his effect. So you get leader swing, 7k off of Hakuba, 5k off of the 6-cost Yamato, and then 2 8-cost swings.
Yeah.
On like your 7 Dawn turn.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's not even including whatever else you have in play. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little cheese because you have to get your Hakuba to stick, but if you can pull it off, that's that's pretty good. 2 of the swings are also like maybe unblockable, so
yeah. But I can see why they made 2 searchers for this deck. It kind of has to be.
I think if we're not getting another like reanimation card, we're gonna get a 3rd searcher. Like we probably get an event searcher as well. If the deck revolves, if the deck revolves around specifically this 6-cost Yamato, which currently it does because it's the only card that brings a Wano card back from the trash, it makes sense why we have like the 2 different copies of trade-in where you just pitch an 8 cost to draw 2 cards, and then why we also have 2 searchers. Like you have to find this card or you're struggling.
Yeah, if we get a chopper, that would be insane.
We have a chopper.
I mean, as in like the equivalent of OP15 chopper. To where it comes down, you trash 3, you trash it, and get something back, Lana Wano. That would be insane. Because then you could get back the Yamato, the 6-cost Yamato from trash, put it to your hand, and then you can cast it.
What chopper are you basing this off of?
The OP15 chopper. That's 2-drop, comes down, it trashes 3, and then you could trash it to get a card back to your hand.
The searcher.
Yeah, so if you have the equivalent for Elena Wano, then you're cooking.
There's no difference between that chopper and the Nami. Except like the chopper technically grabs back something you could have spent on a previous turn.
Yeah.
But like this already trashes the same number of cards. And if like the only thing you're really trying to grab back is the Yamato anyway, other cards do that. Like the the 8-cost no counter Yamato on play grabs the 6-cost Yamato back from trash.
Yeah, but then you're delayed a turn.
Yeah.
I was thinking if you had a 2-drop, you could technically this would let you play the 2-drop that I'm just talking about. If they made a chopper exact word for word except Lana Wano, then it would be
hopefully
crazy. We'll see. That would make this deck a little bit more stable.
I'd maybe prefer a 2-cost that brought a 4-cost back from the trash, but
they could do something like they could do a 4-cost that gets back a 4-cost.
no, that's not good enough.
It would have to be like a 4-cost 2K body, and it gets back a 4-cost.
That is certainly not good enough. It would need to be okay. Listen, there's no reason that a deck that's based around Monster Reborn and then giving that card Rush, there's no reason you can't have a 2-cost body that brings back a 4-cost or lower. Lock it all into Land of Wano. There's not that many good Land of Wano cards that are 4 or less. There's the Ace, and then there's like 2 Ryumas.
Yeah, but my worry is we're not going to get it, though. Because, I mean, if the other...
Yeah, my worry is that as well. I'm just saying a card that I would like to have.
Yeah, because my concern is... Because you get, what, how many super rares per set, per color?
It doesn't have to be a super rare.
I mean,
why are you don't be like, oh, that's so powerful, it would have to. It's not. We've had a 2-cost character that brought out a 4-cost character from trash that was a common uncommon.
Which one is that?
Reiju?
True.
Any of the small Vinsmoke cards?
Okay, yeah, she's definitely the one of the few exceptions that I could think of, yeah. I was thinking like
it's
Rebecca.
It's not an exception. It's literally exactly what I'm talking about, except more limited. Like what I'm talking about would be more limited because it would only play from the trash, whereas that Reiju can play from the hand as well, can't it?
Yes. I think it's one or the other.
Yeah, I'm just talking about a 2-cost that can play a 4 or less from trash.
Fair. I completely forgot about the Reiju package. Because all the ones I'm thinking of, like Rebecca as a super rare, Gecko Mori was a super rare. All the Reanimator characters are super rares. Or higher.
Spandine. EBO1 Spandine.
Was he a 3-drop? I can't remember.
He is a 3-drop. He's also like a rare or lower. He might be a common. Like the cards exist already for other archetypes.
Fair.
At lower rarities.
That's fine. I mean, it was just drawing a blank. Most of the cards that come to my mind immediately are all super rares or higher. So I guess
that doesn't even matter because we're moving along in the progression of the game where power creep is a thing.
True. I wouldn't mind if they actually got like a Kuzan. That'd be kind of cool. But the 5-drop that trashes to get a 5-drop 1-0 or less.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
And draw a card.
That wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, because then you get a 5-drop back, then you get a rush. Then again, it would have to be other than that card because otherwise you would forever and get infinite 5K swings. So moving on to the last deck. So we got a few cards. We got Devon, which is a 4-drop 3K attacker.
Basically just a Bon Clay type card.
Yeah, I don't really know why she's like this. Maybe I don't know enough about her lore, but
because her Devil Fruit has the ability. It's like a disguise type Devil Fruit, similar to Bon Clay.
Oh,
yep.
So
so technically she has like a mystical fox Devil Fruit, but foxes are like in, I believe, Japanese folklore. They're like,
sly.
Yes, sly. They're like cunning and they can be deceptive. So she has the ability to take the form of other characters in the show. I believe she has to also touch them, similar to Bon Clay. So, like, sorry if I'm spoiling that for you, but that's the reason. It's because she has a very similar devil fruit to Bon Clay. Or at least, like, not that it's a similar devil fruit, but it does a similar thing.
Fair. I don't know. I don't remember enough about her, so off the top of my head.
So her devil fruit also isn't a thing until post time skip, where it's not like talked about until way later in the like anime.
Yeah, I mean, I just like top of my head, I cannot think of any episodes where she actually uses it.
So there is how far are you? Are you like pretty caught up?
I'm fully caught up. I literally I watched Sunday's episode.
Spoilers for anyone who's not caught up. When Gecko Moria goes to Pirate Island to try getting Absalon back, she is disguised as Absalon and then like attacks Gecko Moria because they killed Absalon and took his devil fruit. Shiryu has Absalon's devil fruit.
It was after Luffy was with them.
After what?
This was after, Gecko Moria fought Luffy at Throw a Bark, right?
Yeah, way after. This is post time skip. You know when they go to Pirate Island to save Kobe? Gecko Moria is on Pirate Island. You know how Shiryu stabs Garp in the stomach? And he did it because he was invisible.
Mm-hmm.
He was invisible because he stole Absalon's devil fruit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They killed Absalon and took his devil fruit. Then Gecko Moria went to Pirate Island not knowing that Absalon was dead. So went to Pirate Island to try and rescue him and got attacked. But when he got attacked, it was by Katarina Devon, who was disguised as Absalon. So that's like the only time that it's like really relevant or has come up so far.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch that episode.
That might not even be in an episode. It might be a cover story. In which case you wouldn't know unless you read the manga.
Yeah, because I remember recently they showcased that he was locked up, imprisoned by Teach. But I couldn't remember how or when Gecko Moria got prisoned. But it's too much spoilers probably for the viewers. But if you look, you have to watch the show if you have not. It's a great show. But she's a 2K counter. Great stuff. For some reason, most of his cards are 2Ks.
It does feel that way.
I mean, you have 1, 2, 3.
I think it's just the 3, but that's still a lot right off the rip.
Yeah. And then you select up one of your opponent's characters. This character becomes base power, becomes the same as that character. So the OG Mr. 2 effect.
Yep.
And then the trigger, you could draw a card, play up to one of your Blackbeard Pirates type costs with 1 from your trash. So she replaces herself, and then
pretty good card.
Yeah, I think it's like probably her best card she's gotten in the game so far.
I like the 5 cost.
5 cost isn't bad, but she usually shows up as a 1 of.
Mm-hmm. And then, that card saw less play than the application should have allowed, but deck list was real tight.
And then we have Vasco Shot. 1 drop.
Woo! Another anti-NL card.
1 drop, 2000, 1K counter. On KO, draw 1 card, rest up to 1 your opponent's character with the cost of 6 or less. On trigger, you could activate this ability. So, it's kind of ridiculous that they swing into you, you take a life, you reveal this, you rest in an L, draw a card.
I think the most annoying part about all of the Blackbeard idiots is that they draw a card on KO. Not all of them, but like most of them draw a card on KO
Yeah.
to like replace themselves. So it's like the one downfall that Teach should have where he has to discard a card from hand. When his shit is KO'd, it just draws that card back anyway.
I mean, you're still technically going down one card, but you're going down.
I guess.
Because you have to put these one drops in play.
Yeah, or you can just get them into life. Like any of them that activate their like on KO effect that then draws you a card, it just does the effect for free out of life.
Yeah, but I was thinking more if you wanted to redirect it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but most of all of these redraw a card except for Shiryu, which gains a life on play, but
Burgess also does not draw a card.
and Burgess, yeah.
And then Devon, I guess her trigger draws a card, but
yeah, she does not have an on KO, so she's not really a card you're going to redirect into.
My only concern with Devon is that she is Elthor fodder. Being a 3K base power is rough.
Yeah.
Like this is not super easily removed, but it is very easily removed.
So the only thing we're probably missing is just Teach.
Yeah. We don't have a Kuzan either, but there's supposed to be like a promo Kuzan.
Yeah, which means we won't get it until the sets are
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah, until the deck's already out of the meta.
To be fair, they're probably getting the promo around the time the set releases in Japan. We're not getting this set until the end of June. So hopefully we can line it up and actually get the promo at the right time. Like maybe the Kuzan promo will be like the OP16 pre-release card.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what the Teach is going to be, though. Like, this deck is missing a lot of heavy hitters, but at the same time, you have one of the black support.
It's not really missing that much. It has like promo 10 cost Teach, it has blocker Teach, it has 9 cost Boa. It's not really missing that much.
I'm talking as in like this package. You have an 8K, you have a 5K, a potential,
right, but you also just have a blocker that plays out a 5 cost. You have a 5 cost that plays out a 5 cost and draws you a card. And then you also have like a big guy Burgess.
Yeah, the 4-drop.
So like you're not
the beefy 5-drop. Oh yeah.
No, that 5-drop is cheese.
But I don't know. Maybe I was expecting more out of this Burgess because then again, Shiryu is the strongest character, at least as of yet, out of the yellow package. So
I imagine the Kuzan is probably going to be like a 7 or an 8K power, and then if we get like a good Teach card, it's going to probably be on the higher end, like a 9, an 8 to a 9 cost, or an 8 to a 10 cost, maybe.
Yeah. I'm very intrigued to see what the Teach does. But then again, I wonder if it's going to be a secret rare, or if it's going to be a super rare. We got one super rare so far.
I mean, not every color. Most of the time, colors only get one super rare. Just to clarify, not every color gets 2 super rares every set.
Fair. I don't know. I'm kind of curious why they like doing that. I would have thought they would have be nice
because like
but
even the important cards for like blue has 2, which is kind of strange, but purple only has 1.
Yet we haven't seen anything other than lately, but Yeah, blue has what?
Oh, I guess green has 2. Blue has 2. That the buggy 5 cost is an SR.
Yep, and then they have
And then the Galdino is an
Galdino.
SR.
And red so far has 1, but red probably is going to get an ace.
Yeah, I think red is going to get a Luffy secret rare, and then I think Luffy is going to get an ace secret rare.
You think?
Yeah, that's like my prediction. I could be wrong, but that's my prediction.
I wonder if they would. I don't know. Maybe they'll give Sengoku the secret rare.
So usually the secret rares are the cards featured on the art of the set, and the art of the set is Luffy, Ace, and Newgate.
Yeah, then you're right. It's gonna end up being Ace and Luffy. Dang.
Like sometimes, like things, they don't always follow a specific pattern, but that is generally the pattern of most sets. The card, like the art on the package, is usually the secret rare.
Yeah, then that's pretty bad. If that means green is getting probably 2 super rares and a secret rare.
No, I imagine the ace is going to be blue.
The ace, you think it's not gonna be red? You're talking about
Yes,
Luffy.
that's what I said.
The
I
Luffy.
said a red Luffy and a blue ace.
Huh.
Because ace as a leader specifically mentions Luffy as something that it can give rush to. So like it would make sense if we got a card in the set that it could give rush to.
That's fair.
And then ace is just the other card on the package, so I figured it would be blue for like being able to be played in buggy or Luffy, but it could be green as well. And then it would go into the starter deck 30 potentially.
Yeah, they did a 6-drop 6K.
Mm-hmm.
And it was powered up like that. That makes sense though. They definitely could do a red secret rare. I mean, secret red hasn't gotten a secret rare in a long time, so
Since like OP08, I think.
yeah, because I don't think they had one last set. Yeah, it was yellow and purple, and then before that, yeah. So it's been since Roger.
Oh yeah, OP09.
So
True.
yeah, red is kind of due for a secret rare. So Luffy makes sense for that. At least it's not a Luffy that goes into the Luffy deck.
No, like thematically, that was kind of my idea behind it. Is that like a Luffy that goes into the Ace deck, and then an Ace that goes into the Luffy deck.
Well, they have the Ace, right? Ace is the.
Yeah, they do have the 3 cost already, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
That card's kind of cheese outside of buggy.
But yeah, so hopefully we'll by next week we'll have more spoilers. Hopefully we'll get close to the end of the set because I would like to start playing these cards on the sim. I'm just waiting patiently for them to get everything on revealed and on the sim, so I could actually start playing these decks because that's basically what my next target is for content is the 16 liters. But I'm kind of intrigued to see how Sengoku does, but I am a little worried the fact that I guess unless you play 8-drop Roger, I mean, he's going to have a hard time being a 7K or 8K lead.
I mean, that I don't think that matters that much.
I mean,
with what? With Ace in the meta? With starter deck Luffy Ace in the meta? We're not running around with as many buffed leaders as we used to. Like that didn't become an overwhelming issue.
Fair. I mean, it's just like I'm a little worried. I mean, yeah, you get 3 AK bodies, but the only one that feels like okay being a 5K lead is just Dofi. Like,
Brother, every leader is a 5K leader.
I mean, most of the purple leaders become in it being a 7K. Like, you have what purple black Luffy gets has their beer Luffy.
Yep,
You
that's
have
one leader.
Roger that usually comes a 9K lead.
That's two. Neither of which are like crazy meta relevant, but continue.
Up Luffy becomes a 8K lead.
It can, but again, also a super not relevant leader.
Yeah, I mean, purple's not relevant besides one leader, so I guess you could say they're all not relevant.
Inel is like one of the top 2 best decks in the format right now, and it's not more than a 5K leader. Most leaders are 5K, dog. I don't think Sengoku being a 5K leader is going to be the issue in the deck. I worry about the deck for other reasons, but not that it's not a strong enough leader.
I mean, hopefully I'm wrong because I love purple and I'll play purple regardless.
I think it suffers more from a lack of card draw. And like, I don't mean finding your cards because it has 2 searchers. I mean that you have to dump 3 cards out of your hand to use leader effect.
Yeah, you're gonna go down on card advantage. So like,
And also, Suru discards a card after searching.
Yeah, and then I think this one's break even. So even Sengoku breaks even, so you're not really upping a card or net 0.
Yeah, Sengoku's not even a draw card. It's a filter card.
Yeah, and you get a 5K body.
Yep.
So like nothing in this actually gives you plus on resources in hand. So
yeah,
that is true.
But also, I will say, nothing in Purple Enel gives you a plus on hand resource. It all like goes neutral. So technically, there's nothing saying that this couldn't be gas. We also don't have all the support yet.
Yeah, we'll have to wait. Hopefully, we'll get one more by next week. We have to because we haven't had one for like 15 days since the last purple card's been spoiled,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been really exhausting as a purple main. Like, bro, give me something.
I don't know if I wake up fatigued over the fact Sengoku hasn't had more spoilers, but yes, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, today they did what I can't remember. Today wasn't black. Yesterday it was black.
We got the boa.
The boa, yeah, the boa was today. Yeah, so as soon as
which I was surprised we got the boa because we don't normally get Sunday releases for card leaks.
I thought we get them every day.
We don't usually get them on Sundays.
But tomorrow maybe we'll get something spicy. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, we're at the time of recording right now, we're like 5.5 hours away from a card reveal. Because they normally get revealed around like 7 a.m. Eastern. Or at least that's when they go live into my Discord usually.
Well, they did green yesterday, so that might mean they do blue tomorrow.
Maybe.
I don't know if they do it based off color order, but then again, they gave us 2 black ones back to back.
Well, we need that. We need literally all the support we can get for Yamato.
Yeah, they literally never gave us anything from the beginning.
Like, I see the vision, but we don't have all the pieces, Chief.
Yeah, maybe EB05 will get the pieces.
Oh my goodness, I hope not.
You'll get. Then again, like I said, I don't think they would make a 4th Yamato on this set, would they? That'd be crazy if they made a 4th one. Like, if they gave us a secret rare Yamato 6 crop.
It would make sense for us to get an additional 6-cost Yamato since it's kind of
essential to the deck.
Yeah. Well, like the cards are also kind of based around it. Like for this to be the only 6-cost in the deck, or like the only 6-cost in the deck and the only 6-cost Yamato, when both of the 8-cost Yamatos do something with a 6-cost. One of them specifically plays a 6-cost Yamato, and then the other can grab a 6-cost. It would be really poor design choice to like only have one 6-cost in the deck.
I guess unless they give us a rare. They could give us a rare Yamato.
For sure. They absolutely could. I'm not saying that it has to be any specific rarity. Like, cards, at this point, cards don't have to be as good as the rarity that they are. Like, technically, common cards should be not that great.
Yeah.
But some common cards are busted.
Yeah.
Like, shit, realistically, it's not from OP16, but like in EBO4, Borsalino is a blocker that heals if you're at 2 life. 7-cost Kuma does the same thing. It's just not a blocker. You know what I mean? So we could get something that's just a smidge different or like a smidge worse as a 6-cost and it be a rare.
Yeah, and then they give us commons like Burgess. Like, is Burgess probably... It's pretty high power ceiling for a common.
Yeah, no, it's insane because like the equivalent of this is like Basil Hawkins, who's a rare.
Yeah, we came a long way. Gotta love the power creep.
It's criminal that it's Jesus Burgess. I hate it so much because it's everything that I wanted Basil Hawkins to be.
We have a trigger on to play it down?
Yes.
Literally,
yes. Just that.
Yeah.
That's everything that I wanted for Basil.
It is a little awkward that he's a draw 2 trash one. Like,
it's super, super awkward. Very, very weird. Not like really that necessary.
But I think that's all we have to talk about today. Unless there's something else you want to talk about.
No, I don't have anything else. I also need to take care of some stuff before stream if I decide to do that tonight.
Understandable. So closing, let's go ahead and close it out. So any kind of shout outs or anything you want to, bring up this week?
No. Shout out to my mom because she raised me.
Shout out to all moms. Technically, Mother's Day is next Sunday, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, shout out to moms everywhere.
Shout out to moms everywhere, but especially shout out to MILFs. Hit me up.
And for me this week, I'm going to try my hardest to figure out what list I want to...
Alright, guys, you heard KebbieG has passed away. This is the Villain podcast now. We're going to be talking about anime titties and tiramisu.
But so for me this week, I'm going to be trying to figure out what list I want to be a finalized list of Purple Black Luffy. So I'm probably going to be playing that tomorrow on stream. Maybe a Tuesday on stream as well. Just trying to figure out what the best version of it could be to face in now. Like, so that's kind of what I'm doing. So then maybe I'll put out a video of showcasing it, in particularly facing that matchup. But that's all I got this week that I'm aware of. Unless somebody else wants to shout out any kind of like spicy leader I should be playing on stream, let me know in the comment section. And if you have any questions for us for next week's podcast, you could always leave them in the comment section. I know somebody mentioned that my audio is a little bit lower than everyone else's. I did adjust some things, so let me know in the comment section as well if my audio is at the same level or better. Loud wise compared to favorite anime villain, because I definitely don't want to be like the soft tone person in the group. But until next time, have a great week. Have a great time with your mother on Mother's Day. Make sure you buy her something. Don't forget. Okay? And we'll talk to you guys next week.